Good morning, Hustle Nation. Today, we're talking about millennials and money, wealth building tips and strategies. How on earth can we get our young people excited about money? It's going down today. I found a blog article that is absolutely fantastic, and I believe it is one of the key ways to get our young people excited about money. I'm going to be sharing that with you today, and I hope that I can get this young lady to actually come on to the show and give more thoughts on how we can do just that. Do me a favor, man. Go ahead, comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand. Just don't post any links. And of course, smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen. Do not hoard this information. We're going to be talking all about the bag, how to secure the bag for yourself, how to pass the bag down to the next generation, and how to prepare the next generation not to lose the bag. So let's kick it. Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, Ultimate Hustlers, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the Blackberry Kharisma studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. You guys are digging the Black Wealth Matters shirts. Well, guess what? That is courtesy of my girl, Shiro, over at Blackberry Kharisma. So got a couple of these for my sugar as well. This is what the shirt looks like. Super, super dope. On the back, there is the BBC logo, which stands for Black Billionaires Club, which we are both a part of. And it says Black Billionaires on the back. So show some love to my girl, Shiro. In fact, I'm going to put the link in the description where you can go check her out. And if you grab a shirt from my girl Shiro, I'm also going to throw in a 50% off coupon for any of my product services or courses as well. So you can double dip and buy black this morning. Today, we're talking about millennials and money, wealth building tips and strategies. How on earth can we get our children excited about money? Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand. Just don't post any links. And please, please, please don't forget to smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, I love to start the show off with a quote of the day. But before I do that, I got to give you a couple of announcements. congratulations to my girl, Tara Lyles, because she commented her takeaway of the day on one of the shows last week. She actually won a free vacation. So when you participate in the show, always put takeaway and then give me your comment. That's how we put your name in a drawing to win a free vacation. If you have not joined Hustle Nation, that is our official private Facebook group for our subscribers. If you want to support this show, one of the ways that you can do that is, of course, by buying products and services from your boy. That is why I'm able to do this show and give out all of this wonderful free content, right? But another way that you can support the show is to become a subscriber. Below this video, you will see a link that says become a supporter, $5 per month. I provide additional custom tailored content for my private supporters. Like last weekend, we did how to double your investment returns in 4 to 5 years, how to get double-digit returns on your money. I mean, we just do all kinds of really, really deep dives on various things. So make sure you support the show by clicking on Become a Supporter for just $5 per month. It'll help me push this message of economic empowerment out there even further. Announcement number 2, if you want to know how I build a business and make money sharing financial tips and strategies, I'm actually looking to coach and mentor 5 people in their own financial education franchise, right? You're going to be able to build your own business, partnering with me and MWR Financial, and I want to help you build your financial education franchise so more and more people can start sending out this message of economic empowerment, and you get paid very, very well. Of course, I'm going to teach you how to brand yourself. I'm going to teach you all the marketing strategies, tips. I'm going to show you the ropes on how I get paid. For the last 6 years, all I do is post financial tips and strategies on social media, and I've been feeding my family for the last 6 years. The last 4 years, I've been doing it without having to go to a full-time job. So just keep that in mind. If you're interested, comment franchise, and we'll set up a call where I can give you more details about what it is that we do. So let's go ahead and kick the show off with the quote of the day for today. Today's quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show is as follows. Success is a daily thing, not a destination thing. Success is a daily thing, not a destination thing. And that is by the legendary trainer and coach on leadership, Mr. John Maxwell himself. You got to fall in love with the daily process as much as you are in love with the end goal. You got to fall in love with the daily process as much as you are in love with the end goal. As they say, success is not built in a day, but it is built daily, ladies and gentlemen. And you got to love the process. When I was coaching youth basketball, I would coach anywhere from first and second graders all the way up to high school kids. One of my sons is still playing college ball right now to this day. And I would always impress upon them that the good players love the game, but the great players love to train. And when you understand that and you start enjoying the process every single day, the grunt work that it takes to lead you down the path to success in that end goal and whatever it is, when you start enjoying that, when you start maximizing being successful minute to minute, hour to hour, moment by moment, being successful every day, then what happens is you start creating a long string of successful days. And then you eventually have successful months. And then you eventually have successful quarters. And then eventually you'll have successful years. But you got to fall in love with the process. Success is not a daily thing. Success is a daily thing. It is not a destination thing, by John Maxwell. That is the quote of the day from John Maxwell right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by myperfectmoneyplan.com. If you guys don't know what My Perfect Money Plan is, it is your complete done for you financial makeover. I'm gonna say it again. A complete done for you financial makeover. We help you save money, we help you make money, and we help you grow your money. And this is all done by certified financial professionals. We've got a makeover for your credit. We've got a makeover for your tax strategy. We got a makeover for your investments. We got a makeover for your debt elimination plan. And all you got to do is rock with your boy. And if you're really serious about the makeover, we're going to help you get a makeover. And I'm going to teach you how to get paid helping other people get a makeover. So comment keyword franchise, and we can talk more about that. So why are we here, people? Because we've got to figure out a way to get our young people excited about money, excited about building wealth, excited about financial strategies, excited about building generational wealth, creating income that they own and control. And when I found this article on Millennials and money, man, it's a game changer. I think it is very clever. And the young lady is out of the UK. Her name is Mary Agbesanwa, as the best I could pronounce that name. But you guys know I always give you the actual sources so that you can go and check it out for yourself. So there is a link to the actual article. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to dive in today, man. I thought this was so cool because what she did was she took the lyrics from an album from Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? And she just broke down those lyrics and she's basically decoding them. And I think this is a genius way to get our kids to really pay attention to finances, right? Don't just let them, if you're letting them listen to this kind of music, then make sure you're helping them interpret this music as well, because there are a lot of gems that Jay-Z and Beyonce spit when it comes to their lifestyles that they talk about, the financial astuteness that they have come to acquire and now are being known for equally as much as they're being known for their music. They're being known for their money moves. And I absolutely love that. So let me share the screen and let's break down some of what this young lady is talking about, right? So it's 14 lessons on building generational wealth for millennials. I'm going to tell you right now, we're not getting through all 14 today. So this is actually a two-part series. So come back tomorrow for part 2, but we'll get through at least 6 or 7 of them today. Let me remove my branding real quick, and then I'm actually going to blow this up. If you are listening to this on the podcast, then you might want to go over to thecortezhustleshow.com so that you can see what we're talking about in this particular episode. So 14 lessons on building generational wealth for millennials. Let me just go ahead and open this up a little bit so everybody can see it a little bit better. Boom, there we go. Yeah, I thought this was pretty genius. Great writer. Was written back in 2018. And like I said, she's from the UK. She said, generational wealth is quite a hot topic at the moment. Everyone seems to be talking, rapping, or singing about it. It is quite shocking to read that on average, rich families tend to not be able to sustain their level of wealth beyond 2 generations. See, we not only want to get the kids excited about building wealth for themselves, but when we get them excited about wealth in general, then we can better prepare them to not lose the wealth that's going to be passed down to them. Right? That's critically important, right? So to frame this discussion about building wealth, I have used the album Everything is Love by the Carters. Although the album is the third in their series about Jay-Z's infidelity and their marital woes, the Carters do reveal lots of advice about building wealth. And as the billion-dollar couple they are, we can learn a lot from them. So, number one, she says, you must diversify your income. What is the lyric that she chose? Stack my money fast and go, fast like a Lambo. Here, Beyonce refers to acquiring money as fast as a Lamborghini, the luxury Italian sports car. I think at one level, this implies acquiring money quickly, but the and go implies not staying around too long in one area. According to Forbes, Beyonce's net worth is about $355 million. What say you guys? Are you diversifying your income? Your goal should be to turn your income into capital. See, capital is that money that is created by anything other than you, right? Latia Taylor, I see you on YouTube, Integrity Wealth Solutions. I see you. You guys never comment the name of your business and or your brand, and I don't know why. There's over 100,000 people follow this page that might want to connect with you if they only knew what you do. If you ain't shouting you out, I don't know who is, right? I tell you every morning to comment the name of your business and on your brand, and some of y'all just dropped the ball. Nevertheless, we just gonna keep it moving, right? So you should be taking all of the income that you create, right? There's only one wealth building formula in the world. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'm talking about an actual formula to build wealth. There's only one. There's only ever been one. There will only ever be one. Now, there's lots of applications of this formula, but the formula is simple. Everybody put in the comments, cash, asset, cash. Write this in the comments. Cash, asset, cash. That's the only formula. So what does that mean? You take your labor and you go out and you use that labor to create some cash. Now, your job with that cash is to buy, build, or invest in some sort of asset that's going to bring you more cash. And the better you get at doing that, the more assets you accumulate, therefore, the more cash flow you accumulate. You have to take your income from your job and you have to put that income somewhere that's going to create more cash flow for you. That's all wealthy people do. It is so simple, but that's what they do. Whether they're starting with cash from a job, whether they're starting with cash from an inheritance. See, we get caught up in, oh, well, I can't grow, I can't blow because nobody left me 10K, 50K, 100K. But over your lifetime, if you make $10 an hour, $1 million will pass through your hands. Did you use any of that $1 million to buy, build, or invest in an asset? I'm telling y'all, if y'all are not part of Hustle Nation, if you didn't make the $5 a month investment to support this page, if you're watching this on Facebook, I showed last week how in 3 generations, I'm going from a single, being fourth born of 6 children to a single mom on welfare. And in 3 generations, my family will be worth $1 billion or more. And this is only with just investing in mutual funds. This isn't me building my media empire. This isn't me doing real estate and some of the other things that I got planned. This is only me taking cash that I make and investing in mutual funds that pay double-digit returns. And I got a full 30-minute workshop on how you guys can do the exact same thing, right? But you got to be part of Hustle Nation. And let me just put the link in here so that you guys can get it. Join Hustle Nation for $5 per month. Right. And if you're in any of my other mastermind groups or anything like that, then you got the same training. It's been posted in all of my groups. But the lowest barrier of entry to get more from me other than what I give for free is Hustle Nation for just $5 per month. So it's bit.ly/. If you don't do nothing but invest the $5, go watch that training and then cancel your support, you need to see that training. You just absolutely need to see that training. So cash asset cash, guys, is the number one, is the only wealth building formula in the world. I said it's all it's ever been. And what's cool is you can take a gift, talent, or special ability that God gave you for free, use that to generate your cash. And then take that cash, buy, build, or invest in an asset that's going to bring you more cash, and take that cash, and you guys get the point, right? When you make that your life's habit, when you instill that in your children and make that their life's habits, then you can pass down the wealth. And because they understand that formula, your wealth will live on forever. All right. So before we get to the rest of these, y'all know it is time for 1 minute motivation, right? We have got to start putting positive information in our heads on a regular and consistent basis, because if you're not intentionally doing that, what's happening is by default, a gang of negative information is being flooded into your head. So we've got to be intentional. And that's why I do 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show. That is where I will show you a 1 minute motivational clip, and you comment your biggest takeaway from that clip. Remember, use keyword takeaway and then give me your answer so that you can be entered into the drawing to win the free vacation. And of course, I'll give you a couple takeaways as well. So let's get into right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, 1 minute motivation.
Do you know how many people have had visions, ideas, and huge career moves that they were about to make, and they allowed the word no to stop them?
When you make the decision to do what you want to do with your life, just know this: because the family and the friends in your life do not share your vision, in most cases, they will be the first person to try and talk you out of what you want to do with your life. But know this: only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible.
People that don't have any dreams for themselves, they tend to be dream killers. They'll laugh at you. They'll call you names because they have no dreams. They don't want it.
Most people go through life holding back. If you get into the habit of just being mediocre, it will become a part of your consciousness. If you get in the habit of giving less than what you have it within you to give, it will begin to reflect itself in your personality. It will begin to damage you psychologically. And you don't want to be a part of that kind of self-destructive behavior. You want to set some high standards for yourself. There's greatness in you. And you've got to learn how to tune out the critics outside and the critic inside. And since I'm going to do this, I'm going to harness my will, and I'm not going to let anything stop me.
Whoo-wee, man, he says you got to shut down that critic outside and that critic inside. Man, listen, he also said in another video, that's a great Les Brown, if there is no enemy inside, the enemy outside can do me no harm. What is your favorite takeaway? Comment, give me keyword takeaway, and then give me your comment if you want to be entered into the drawing to win a free vacation. Man, be careful about hanging with non-dreamers. My youngest son is 19. My oldest son is I'll be 29. So 20 and 29 is what they'll be this year. And I remember when they were all coming up through school and they start getting around that dating age, I was like, listen, man, there's going to be a lot of girls, because I can't lie. My sons are handsome, right? They get it from their mama, not their daddy, but they're all handsome. And I was like, when you get to that dating age, you want to make sure you're dating somebody who's got dreams, goals, and aspirations. Because if you don't, then they're not going to understand your commitment. So my oldest son was a state champion wrestler. My son, my second oldest son, he didn't do sports. He didn't do music. He was just on his hustle, right? Then my third son is the musician and he's into drama. My younger two sons both play basketball, right? I said, if you're not dating somebody who also has dreams, goals, and aspirations, and they're doing their own thing, the things that they're passionate about, they're not going to understand your commitment to your dream, goal, passion, aspiration, and it's going to become a problem for you and your relationship. And sure as stuff stinks, that's exactly what happened. They started getting involved and they wanted to start seeing people exclusively, but they didn't understand the people that they were seeing. It didn't last long because my sons were committed to their goal. And when these young ladies didn't have a goal of their own, when my son wanted to be at practice and go to extra practices and extra trainings, when my son had to commit to his vocal lessons and his piano lessons and his theater lessons and all of that stuff, and they wanted to hang around and receive text messages all day, my son was like, listen, I'm at practice. When I get finished with practice, I got to do homework. When I finish my homework, I want to veg out on the video game for a couple minutes. I don't got time to be texting all the time. What, you don't got something that you love doing? Be careful about hanging with non-dreamers, man. They won't understand, and they will try to make you feel bad or feel guilty about your obsession. You ain't succeeding in nothing until you become obsessed about that thing. Only those who can see the invisible can do the impossible. Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible. You gotta have vision, y'all. You gotta have vision. But let me give you this one caution when it comes to your vision. Just know that when you have a vision that you believe in and you decide to actually pursue it, that vision is going to be tested. According to the late, great Dr. Miles Monroe, every vision must be tested for authenticity. Right? And then he said, the habit of giving less or being mediocre becomes a part of your psyche. Man, if you start letting your children be less than, it becomes part of their psyche. And it becomes hard to break. So don't let them hold back. You stop holding back. Give everything that you got, man. Give everything that you have. So that is 1 Minute Motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you again by MyPerfectMoneyPlan.com. If you don't have a plan for your money, I promise you everybody else does. I'm looking for 5 people that want to start their own financial education franchise. Or if you are a life coach, if you're a business coach, you are a trainer or a speaker, you can add financial education to what you're already doing and make passive and residual income. And I'll show you how to do that. So all you got to do is comment keyword franchise. And when the show is over, I'll get back with you. If you're watching this on the replay, then there's a link to MyPerfectMoneyPlan.com in the show notes and in the descriptions. All right. So let's hit a few more of these things, man. You guys having a good time? Is you getting anything from this? I see some takeaways flooding in. So I love it, love it, love it. Remember, always use takeaway and then give me your comments so that if you want to be entered into the drawing to win the free vacation, we can get you into that drawing. Again, shout out to Tara Lyles, who won the vacation yesterday. We do a drawing every Wednesday, and give away a vacation. All right. So number two. So number one was you must diversify your income, right? And let me say this before we move on, because a lot of times in diversifying the income, we tend to chase multiple rabbits. I did a show called the Multiple Income Streams Myth. Yes, we know millionaires have at least 7 streams of income, but they have to be synergistically aligned, y'all. Right? So if I'm a real estate agent, for instance, then I might, of course, selling homes, listing homes is my number one stream of income, right? But I might then put together a course to help people study and pass their real estate exam. So now I'm selling real estate, but I'm also selling this course to help people who want to get licensed in real estate pass the exam on the first try. See, that's 2 streams of income, but they're aligned. They got to be aligned, right? If I sell real estate, I sell a course on how to pass your test. I might sell another course on how to become the top sales agent in your organization. So now I'm selling real estate sales training. It's aligned. I'm not all over the place, right? So diversify your income was number one. Number two, you must work hard, ladies and gentlemen. The lyric is, and I've never heard any of these songs, by the way, so I can't give you, I would like to put on a Beyonce voice and give you the lyric, but I've never heard any of these songs, right? We live in lavish. I got expensive habits. I got expensive fabrics. I got expensive habits. At first impression, Beyonce appears to be gloating about her luxurious lifestyle, but I think there is more to it than that. These lyrics are a good reminder to stick to what you can afford, i.e. spend within your means. Yeah, she's got expensive habits. So she created a brand that can pay for those expensive habits, right? Generational wealth lesson. What are your financial habits like? Are you buying things when you can afford them? Do you have an emergency fund, at least 3 months of your salary saved away, but easy to reach if required? Right? Living within your means. When it comes to understanding how wealthy people move, this is how, if you don't have financial literacy, you can get caught up into trying to look rich, which will distract you from becoming rich. Because what you must know about wealthy people, yes, she has expensive fabrics. She has expensive habits, right? But she does not purchase any of those expensive things with her labor. Remember the formula. You take the money that comes from your labor and you turn that into capital by investing it to something else that's going to bring you more cash flow. So if I go to work and I make $10 an hour, right? And there's a pair of Jordans for $200, I'm not spending $200 on the Jordans. I'm spending 20 hours on the Jordans. Actually, I got to spend 30 hours on the Jordans. Cortez, why you got to spend 30 hours on the Jordans? Because if I make my money from a job, then I've got to give Uncle Sam $100. So I got to make 300, give Uncle Sam 100, and then give Nike 200 for the Jordans. See, when you start looking at the time it takes for you to make the money that you're spending on the stuff, it creates a whole nother mindset, right? You make $10 an hour and you got a $400 bag on your arm. You didn't spend $400 on that bag. You spent 60 hours of your life on that bag. has a whole different meaning. But what wealthy people do is they'll take the money that they made from those from putting in those 60 hours. And first and foremost, they're not giving Uncle Sam a third like you're giving them, because they make their money different ways. But they will take that the money that comes from that 60 hours, then they will invest and buy, build, or invest in some sort of asset that's going to bring them more cash. And then they'll take the cash that comes from the investment, and they will use that to buy the bag. So the money ain't coming from their labor. It ain't coming from their labor. It's coming from their investments. And usually a replenishable income stream is what they're buying their stuff with. And we got to understand that. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. All right. You must think ahead. I said no to the Super Bowl. You need me. I don't need you. This line refers to how Jay-Z declined the opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl out of respect for Colin Kaepernick. You know, Colin Kaepernick was boycotting the Super Bowl, or they actually blackballed him out of a job, right? I think the lesson we can learn here is that in business or work, not every opportunity has your name on it. It might seem like a big opportunity that everyone would normally say yes to, but if it doesn't feel right, according to your gut instinct, it is best to say no. What is the generational wealth opportunity here? The lesson. Are there opportunities you have been put that have been put forward for you that you should probably say no to? Building generational wealth is also about understanding the potential impact of your personal brand, which is something we should all consider. Right? This goes back to multiple streams of income as well. Excuse me. This goes back to multiple streams of income as well. You're on your way to building this stream, and then somebody comes and shows up with this opportunity, and now you be like, oh yeah, wealthy people got multiple streams, so I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. You got to know what to say no to. Sometimes it's just a distraction. All right, let's keep it moving. Number 4, you must be strategic, right? You must be strategic. Got that dinero on my mind. Beyonce sings about having money on her mind. This is a great reminder that building generational wealth requires strategic decisions and will not happen just because you have money. Remember, there is a difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich is a stagnant state that implies at this present moment you have money. Whereas wealthy people know how to make money, or better yet, make their money work for them, as Robert Kiyosaki talks about in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What is the generational wealth lesson? Do you have money on your mind? How good is your financial literacy? If you have spent the time to educate yourself about the basics, have you spent the time to educate yourself about the basics? Is it time to take the next step and invest in a financial advisor? Finally, consider those around you. Can you have conversations about money with your colleagues, friends, or family? Find a group that works for you and discuss personal finances regularly. What is your money practice day? Yeah, we're going all the way in today, man. What is your money practice day? What is the day of the week that you set aside to practice money management? Think about the things that you do and you're trying to get good at. You practice those things regularly, right? If you're in the church choir, y'all rehearse on a certain day every single week. You play a sport, you know you got to go to practice a certain amount of times every week in order to get good. When's your money practice day? What is the day of the week that you sit your family down and y'all have discussions about money? You sit your family down and y'all watch a 15-minute podcast together about money. What is the day of the week where y'all come together and compare notes about what everybody has learned about building wealth? I used to think that we just don't talk about money enough. And that's not true. We talk about money all the time. See, Kanye West said it best. Having money is not everything. Not having it is. We talk about money all the time. But how we talk about money is the problem. We talk about how we ain't got it. We need to start talking about how we gonna get it, how we gonna manage it, how we gonna save it, how we gonna multiply it. But we talk about how we ain't got it. Cortez, I don't ever talk about how I ain't got money. You're lying. You tell them the story. We all do. Because you want to go to a nicer restaurant, but your money ain't right. So you're having a conversation in your head about, man, I can't afford that. Can't afford that. Some of you guys are saying right now, as we're talking about money and investing and things of that nature, but Cortez, you don't know my situation. I'm maxed out. I don't have any money to invest. See, the way we talk about money is the problem. We talk about why and how we don't got it. Man, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing? Oh, man, I'm broke as a joke. And the universe says, yep, you are. And to help validate that, it's going to start showing you more things that helps validate that you're broke. It's called the reticular activating system, right? You ever bought a car that you thought, man, I don't hardly see nobody in these. But when you bought the car, now as soon as you drive it off the lot, everywhere you go, that's all you see is that type of car. And not only do you see that type of car, you see it in the color that you have. Why? Because your reticular activating system has now brought that into your consciousness. So everywhere you look, you see it. Guys, the same thing is happening with all the words that come out of your mouth. You keep saying you're broke. You keep saying what you cannot afford. You keep saying that wealthy people are snobs. Let me help you with that. Be careful, because if you can't stand wealthy people, your subconscious mind will never allow you to become that which you despise. So you can't say out of one side of your mouth that wealthy people are jerks, and then out the other side of your mouth, you want to be wealthy. Your subconscious mind will say, why would I let you do that? Because then you're going to despise yourself. So you got to be careful with that. But when you keep saying negative things about your money, the universe wants to validate that which you already believe. You believe you can't make it financially. You believe it's hard to get rich. So the universe says, yes, it just agrees with whatever you say. It just agrees with whatever you say. Stop talking about what you don't have and start talking about what you do have. See, it's just like the media. The media shows us 95% of the time the 5% of negativity that goes on in your community. So by default, you start thinking that your community is 95% bad and it's something that you need to escape from. But if you start paying attention to all the wealth that is in your community, all the opportunities that's in your community, and you start speaking life and not death, you change your whole situation. Change your whole situation. Let's move on though. Number 5. Before we move on, let me do this. Before we move on, it is Money Smarts Month here in the St. Louis region. I don't know if you guys do Money Smart Month nationally, but in the St. Louis region, the month of April is dedicated to Money Smart Month. So what that means is these organizations come together, financial institutions, banks, and all that kind of stuff, and they create all of these money workshops, and they're free all over the region that you can attend and really get your game up financially. So in honor of Money Smart Month, what I've done is I partnered with my man Milt Jr. over at EFI Financial Education Services, and he's doing for us a financial affirmation every day this month. So let me cut over to Milt Jr.'s financial affirmation for today. And remember, say it out loud with us, people.
Today's financial affirmation. Money is a powerful tool for helping myself and helping others. Money is a powerful tool for helping myself and helping others. I accept and appreciate all the money that comes into my life, as the better I take care of my money, the better I can take care of those who depend on me, the better I can assist those who cross my path. I'm Milt Jr., EFI Financial Education Services. EFI, Exercise Financial Intelligence.
Boom. That's what we're talking about, man. Are you exercising financial intelligence, or are you just constantly complaining and griping? Right. Number five, you must own stuff. You're not a boss, you got a boss. It's a lyric from Jay-Z. Here, Jay-Z brags about being his own boss. As an employee, you are accountable to your boss. One lesson we can learn from this is to think about ownership. What's the lesson? In the uncertain climate we live in, where household businesses are going bust and shutting down, it may be best to own something of your own. Can you start something that you will own yourself and be able to pass down to future generations? Ladies and gentlemen, I keep trying to tell y'all, and not y'all, because y'all listening, y'all tune in. I hope y'all taking action on what y'all learning. But in order for you, the shortest distance between working class and wealthy is entrepreneurship. The lowest barrier of entry into entrepreneurship is to start with a gift, talent, or special ability that you already possess, a passion or an experience that you overcome. That is the lowest barrier of entry into this world of entrepreneurship, especially when you do it digitally. When you understand that this internet thing, it's the play. It's here to stay. And now that the internet has removed the barriers, the gatekeepers, if you find one or two ways to get paid for one or two things that you already love to do, and then build a brand and a system around it, that's how you create income that you own and control. Everybody, in my opinion, needs income that you own and control. Number one reason is your Uncle Sam and your Aunt Iris. See, if you make 100% of your income from a job, like 95% of Americans do, you're going to lose 30 to 40% of your income to taxes. I know it's hard to believe. So you're given $1 and you're trying to live off this dollar, but what you don't realize is that the dollar is fake. The dollar is only 60 cents, but you run out and you create a lifestyle for $1. I know you don't think you pay that much in taxes. Listen, if you make any amount of money on a job, you're in the 20 to 25% tax bracket. If you live in a state like Missouri, you're paying 7 to 9% in state tax. If you live in a city like St. Louis, then you pay 1 to 3% local tax. And then you pay another 7 to 9% in sales tax on everything you buy. And then if you own property, you pay a personal property tax. And if you own real estate, you pay a real estate tax. And we wonder why we struggle making it. This country was not set up for employees. It's hard to believe. This country was not set up for employees. Remember, when this country was set up, they had all the employees that they needed working for free. So it wasn't set up for employees. It was set up for business owners. And that's why everybody born in this country is already a business. Your social security number is the EIN number. Roughly 100 years ago, 95% of Americans were business owners. Today, 95% of Americans work for somebody else. They flipped the game. But they didn't remove the ability for anybody in this economy to become a business owner. At any moment, you can talk to your Secretary of State and say, listen, I'm going to start doing business as financial health mentor. Then you can talk to the federal government and say, I want to separate financial health mentor from Hernando Springer. I need a new number to do that. Or you can say, you can tell your Secretary of State, I'm going to do business as AA. I'm not going to separate that from my person. So stop calling it a social security number. I'm a sole proprietor. So I'm going to use the number you gave me at birth as an EIN. You're already a business owner. That's how the whole country was set up. But your penalty for not doing business in this economy is high taxes. High taxes is what's leading people down the road of poverty. Because when I give you $1 and every dollar I give you, I take back 40 cents. You're going to say, okay, I need to go borrow that 40 cents so I can have my dollar. So now taxes took away 40% of your income. Then you went to borrow that 40% back. Now you're paying interest on what you borrowed. So now debt is taking another 20, 30% of your income. And the interest that you're paying on your debts is the interest that you're not earning on your money to be building generational wealth for your family. Oh, you building generational wealth. You just building it for somebody else's family. So my call to you is start your legit business so you can legally lower your taxes. And because you're just finding this out now, chances are you already accumulated some debt. That's okay. When you get the money back from Uncle Sam, take that money from Uncle Sam and you give that to your debtors. And now you get yourself out of debt. That's the game, man. Now, once you're out of debt, you take the money that was going to the banks to pay off your debt, and you still give it to the banks for some investment product that's going to grow your money. And now they're going to give you some of those returns, right? Let's see if we can get through one more. And like I said, this is going to be a two-part series. So tomorrow we'll finish this up with part 2. So let's see, what is number 6? Number 6. Number 6, you must look beyond cash. Oh, this is a good one, man. And again, our young people are trying to do this, but they're just not doing it the right way, right? 100 million crib, 3 million watch, all facts. The Carters have a lot of money, and last year they purchased their fourth property, an $88 million compound in Bel Air, Los Angeles. The album also references many luxurious watch brands, and it is clear Jay-Z is definitely a collector. This is a perfect example of one of the most important lessons about generational wealth. It is not just about cash. Purchasing luxury items or property is a great way to pass on generational wealth. What is the lesson? How can you get started on the property ladder or investing in luxury items? Can you start putting money away with friends or family that you trust? Are you keeping your eyes peeled for good opportunities? Brands that are in high demand or properties in up and coming areas. Acquiring assets is just smart, people. It's just smart. Again, the formula for building wealth: cash, asset, cash. Cortez, how about I get my hands on some cash? God already gave you the talent. He gave you a gift. He gave you a passion. Everybody listening to the sound of my voice does something better than most people. You do it so well that other people will pay you to either do it for them, do it with them, or teach them how to do it. Or they'll buy products that you recommend because you know how to do it so well. Right? That's what we're talking about. So, are you diversifying your income? Cash, asset, cash. Every time you get your hands on some cash, you buy, build, or invest in an asset that's going to bring you some more cash. You guys want to know why I'm pushing the franchise so hard? Let me show y'all real quick, man, before we go. We just added done for you real estate investing to our financial education franchise. Now we can put people in the real estate game, even if they don't have a real estate license. Y'all got to see this, man. Check this out.
Hey guys, this is Brian House, CEO and co-founder of MWR Financial. I'm sending you this quick audio message to inform each of you that what you and thousands more already think is amazing is about to get 10 times better. Why? Because on April 17th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, MWR Financial will be making several major announcements that will set a whole new standard for the home-based business industry. And if you don't believe it's possible, let me give you a little taste of what we will be rolling out at this game-changing event. To do this, let me ask you a quick question. What is and has always been the benchmark for building wealth? If you said real estate, you'd be correct. And believe it or not, MWR Financial is about to launch the most comprehensive real estate program ever developed, where our financial directors, buyers, sellers, realtors, lenders, and investors can all win in real estate together. This incredible program will give you and everyone you know the opportunity to buy, sell, flip, and invest in real estate with a team of financial experts that do the work for you. You heard me right. Whether our members want to buy a home, sell the one they have, or participate in the profits of flipping or investing in real estate, we are about to make it all possible. So why are we leaking this information early? Because good news travels fast, and we wanted to give you a head start so you can share this news with the people you know before anyone else does. With that said, let's go make history together. I want to thank you guys for your time, and I look forward to seeing each of you in Atlanta. Goodbye.
Listen, you need a home-based business to lower your taxes. Why not get involved in a business that's going to help you in all areas of your finances? Comment franchise if you seriously are considering partnering with me and letting me help you make some extra money. Till I talk to you guys tomorrow, get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.